looking to hear.
Almost. We're getting very close. It's a great thing. It's an amazing thing what people have done and what they've endured. No administration has been tougher on China than this administration. Almost. We imposed historic tariffs. Great thing. It's an amazing thing. We stood up to China's intellectual property theft at a level that nobody's ever come close. No administration. We confronted untrustworthy Chinese technology and telecom providers. Historic tariffs. We convinced many countries, China's did this myself for the most part, not to use Huawei. We confronted because we think it's an unsafe security risk. It's a big security risk. I talked many countries out of using it. If they want to do business with us, they can't use it. Just today, many countries announced that they're not going to be using it. And that was up in the air for a long time. They decided, for the most part. You look at Italy, you look at many other countries. We withdrew from the Chinese-dominated WHO, and we fully rebuilt the United States military, the WHO, World Health Organization. We were paying close to $500 million a year. China was paying $39 million a year. And China had too much say. They worked it very hard, which is a bad thing done by our past administrations. But we were tough, and we were saying, I was asking, I said, why are we paying so much more than China? China has 1.4 billion people. We have 325. You look at many other countries. Probably 325 million approximately. Nobody can give the exact count. We're trying to get an exact count. And we fully, over the years, many illegals who have come into the country. Military, depends on how you want to count it. Just you could say 325 to 350 million people as opposed to 1.4 billion
China was paying
people.
$39 million a year.
And the world trade is
worked it very
terrible.
hard.
That deal is terrible. The World Health is terrible deal.
Bad thing
We've
done
been very
by
tough
our
on the
past
World Trade
administrations,
Organization, and we've been
saying, I was asking,
I guess as tough as you can get on World Health. We withdrew our money. We told them we're getting out. Doesn't mean that someday we won't go back in. Maybe we will when it's correctly run. But they made a lot of bad predictions and they said a lot of bad things about what to do and how to do it, and they turned out to be wrong.
Over the years, many illegals
And they were really a puppet of China. And make no mistake, we hold China fully responsible for concealing the virus and unleashing it upon the world. Could have stopped it. They should have stopped it. And would have been very easy to do at the source when it happened. In contrast, Joe Biden's entire career has been a gift to the Chinese Communist Party and to the calamity of errors that they've made. They made so many errors. And it's been devastating for the American worker. China has taken out hundreds of billions of dollars a year from our country. And we rebuilt China. I give them all the credit in the world. I don't give the credit for the people that used to stand here because they allowed this to happen, where hundreds of billions of dollars were taken out of the United States. Could have stopped it. They should have stopped it in order to rebuild China. At the source when it happened. There's no company and no country in the world. No country in the world has ever ripped off the United States. The incredible job that they did on this country and the people that ran it.
Devastating for the American worker.
Possibly it's one of the reasons.
China has
It's one of
taken out
the very big reasons. Trade and things related to trade that I got elected in the first place. I've been talking about it for a long time, along with many other subjects, frankly. Joe Biden supported China's entry into the World Trade Organization, one of the greatest geopolitical and economic disasters in world history. To rebuild China. You look at China, you look at the moment they joined the World Trade, they were flatlining for years and years and years and decades. And then all of a sudden they joined the World Trade Organization and they went like a rocket ship. They were given all sorts of advantages. They were considered a developing country. As a developing country, got tremendous advantages over the United States and other countries. And they took advantage of those advantages. And then Joe Biden supported China. Biden personally led the effort to give China permanent most favored nation status, which is a tremendous advantage for a country to have. Few countries have it. You look at China, the United States doesn't have it.
when they
never
joined
did,
the World Trade,
probably
there
never
was
even
no
asked for
country
it,
in the world
because they didn't know what they were doing. As Vice President Biden was a leading advocate
and then all of a sudden they
of
joined
the
the World
Paris
Trade
Climate
Organization.
Accord, which was unbelievably expensive to our country. They were given all sorts of would have crushed American manufacturers while allowing China to pollute the atmosphere with impunity and other countries. Yet one more gift from Biden to the Chinese Communist Party. They took all of the advantage away from us. They took everything away. They don't have oil. We would have had to close up tremendous amounts of our energy to qualify eventually, not too far into the future. We would have had to do things that would have been unbelievably destructive to our country, including the possible closing of 25% of our businesses. Think of that. And it was going to cost us hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for the privilege of being involved in the Paris Climate Accord. And you just have to look at what took place this year in Paris and France, where money was being sent to countries all over the world, and the people of France didn't want to take it, and they didn't, and they did a lot of rioting. They had their taxes raised. We would have had to raise our taxes. And it was a disaster. I've been given a lot of credit for what I did there. It took a certain amount of courage, I guess, because it sounds so nice, these Paris Climate Accords, but it wasn't good for us at all. America lost nearly 10,000 factories while Joe Biden was vice president. Think of that, 10,000 factories. And you just have to look at what he wrote something today, and he made a statement today that I wrote down, being pretty accurate. Countries all over the world. So Biden was here for 47 years. France did 8 years, the last 8 years, not long ago, as vice president. He said, 1 in 5 miles of our highways are still in poor condition. Well, we're doing a good job on highways, but why didn't he fix them? 3 years ago, why didn't he fix them? Tens of thousands of bridges are in disrepair and on the verge of collapse. America lost nearly 10,000 factories. We have bridges that should have been fixed. Why didn't he fix them? He was here for 8 years with President Obama. Why didn't they fix them? Tens of thousands of bridges. This is what he wrote. High-speed broadband. We want high-speed broadband. Why didn't he get it? 3 years ago is not a long time. And he didn't do any of the things, but now he says he's going to be president. As president, he's going to do all the things that he didn't do. Never did anything except make very bad decisions, especially on foreign policy. Tens of thousands. So Joe Biden and President Obama freely allowed China to pillage our factories, plunder our communities, and steal our most precious secrets. Why didn't he fix it?